Hey there, curious minds! Have you ever wondered why optical illusions completely boggle our brains? Optical illusions are fascinating because they reveal the limitations of our brain's perception. While we tend to trust our eyes, optical illusions prove that what we see is often the brain's best guess at interpreting reality. Let's dive into the science behind these mind-bending tricks and uncover how they work. First up, let's talk about the classic Müller-Lyer illusion. Imagine two lines of the same length, but one has arrows pointing inward and the other has arrows pointing outward. Somehow, the line with inward arrows looks shorter. So, why does this happen? It's all about context. Our brain interprets the angles as depth cues, making one line seem closer or farther away than the other. Next, we've got the famous Penrose Stairs, also known as the impossible staircase. This illusion creates a never-ending staircase that defies the laws of physics. Your brain tries to make sense of the impossible structure by filling in gaps, leading you to believe you could climb forever without getting anywhere. It's a great example of how our brains strive to find order, even in chaos. Now, let's move on to the checker shadow illusion. Take a checkerboard with a shadow cast over it. Two squares, one in the shadow and one outside, appear to be different shades, but they are actually the same color. The brain compensates for the shadow, making us perceive the colors differently. It's a fascinating glimpse into how our visual system adjusts to varying light conditions. Just a quick reminder to like and subscribe. Your support allows us to create more informative videos. Now let's get back to it. Have you ever seen the rotating snakes illusion? This one is mesmerizing. It looks like the circles are spinning, but it's a static image. The illusion occurs due to tiny eye movements called microsaccades. These movements create the perception of motion, tricking your brain into seeing something that isn't happening. Another intriguing illusion is the cognition triangle. In this illusion, our brain perceives a white triangle even though none is drawn. The brain fills in the gaps, creating the shape from the surrounding context. This shows how our mind is wired to recognize familiar patterns, even when they don't explicitly exist. And lastly, the spinning dancer illusion. This is a silhouette of a dancer spinning, and she can appear to spin either clockwise or counterclockwise. The direction you see can change depending on how your brain interprets depth and motion. It's a neat example of how our perception can be fluid and subjective. So what makes these illusions so powerful? It all comes down to how our brains process information. Our brains rely on context, past experiences, and certain assumptions to make sense of the world. Optical illusions exploit these processes, revealing the shortcuts and errors in our perception. Optical illusions aren't just fun to look at. They also help scientists understand how our brains work. By studying them, researchers can learn more about human cognition, visual processing, and even develop new technologies. So next time you see an optical illusion, take a moment to appreciate the incredible complexity of your brain. It's amazing how something so simple can reveal so much about how we perceive the world. Thanks for watching. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And let us know what kind of videos you want to see next here on the Know the 411 On channel. Until next time, keep questioning and stay curious.